Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in to Meals for Moms. My name is Love Dawn. I got some leftover turkey from Thanksgiving, which I know we all have. So we're gonna whip together a turkey taco soup real quick. Let's get started. Okay, here, so we have some turkey leftover from Thanksgiving, as I said. We got both white meat and dark meat. And we got a plate of veggies here. It's just green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, onions, celery. And for the celery leaves, a lot of people like to discard them, but it works wonders for soup. I mean, it really holds a lot of flavor. So we're gonna start the pan. We got some hot grease. I'm gonna use chopped garlic for this instead of minced garlic. And all I'm gonna do is put about 2, maybe 1 full tablespoon in the pan. And it's already hot. So as soon as you put it in, it's gonna start doing what it do. And then I'm going to dump in all of my veggies at the same time. Okay. So we're going to let this cook for a few minutes. And then we're going to add in our turkey. And we'll be right back. Alright, so our veggies is starting to cook down a little bit. I actually use bigger bites for this because I like a chunky soup. And it's also going to cook down. And I don't want it to be real small and thin in our soup. So I like to season as we go. So I'm going to add a little bit. Can you see? I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Not a lot because we're going to add more once we get everything together. And a little bit of cumin. Keep in mind, this is a taco salad, a Mexican dish. Cumin is strong and it goes a long way. So you don't need a lot. Next for our taco soup, we're going to add some light kidney beans. And we're going to add some black beans. And we're going to let that cook down a little. And I'll be right back. Okay, so the beans are incorporated. So I'm going to add some corn to our dish. And I like a lot of corn in mine. So I'm going to add 2 cans of corn in this dish. And we're going to keep letting it cook a little bit longer. Probably about another 5 minutes or so when it starts to cook down a little bit more. And we'll be right back. Alright, so it looks like our veggies are cooked down pretty well. So we're going to add some diced tomato, and I leave the juice in because that helps with the soup. Some diced tomato, and I like to use also some stewed tomato for my soup. Makes it a little more chunky. And I'm going to use 2 cans of stewed tomato for this particular dish. And also, we're going to add in our taco seasoning. And I'm going to put 2 packs of taco seasoning for this pot because it's a pretty big pot. And we already added a little bit of cumin, and that helps out. Again, it's a Mexican flavor. So we're going to incorporate all of these different flavors together, and I'll show you what it looks like in a few minutes. Alright, so we have all of our veggies, including the tomato now, in our soup. And it's becoming merry and being happy. But I'm going to add a little bit more salt. I'm going to add a little pepper. And a little more cumin. Though we use the taco flavor, I like mine with a little bit more cumin in it. And if you smell cumin, you'll see how pungent it is. Though you don't need a lot, because it goes a long way, it really gives the dish an extra bang to it. I'm going to add some chicken broth to this. Alright. And the chicken broth is going to gives us that soupiness to the soup, because remember we made it very chunky. And this is going to cook down some. Now, if you were to do this, definitely use a bigger pot, but I didn't. We in it now, so we're gonna roll with it. And I'll add more chicken broth as this continues to cook down. We're gonna let this go for about another 5 or 10 minutes. Let it continue infusing, and then we'll be right back. All right, y'all see this? Looks so good. I let it reduce some, and I added the rest of the chicken broth to the dish. Cook down. So you got your nice thinned out consistency, but it's still got some good chunks up in there. So now we're just gonna add our turkey. So I told you we have both dark and white meat. And we're gonna put it all in and give it a good stir. Be right back. Okay, so we got our meat in, and it looks nice and chunky and good. So I added a little bit of seasoning to it, but it still needs a little bit more. So you're gonna have to play the tasting game with this. You taste it, see what you want to add, see what you don't want to add. But I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. A little bit of pepper. I would usually add jalapenos to this, but since my kids are eating, I'm not going to add it. But jalapenos at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. A little bit of cumin. And about 2 tablespoons of sugar, which I already added about 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of sugar. Okay, last but not least, 2 tablespoons of butter. All right, so this is done. You know, after you put in the rest of your seasonings to taste, if you want to add some, you don't have to add anything. But remember, I had a pretty big pot, and I just added a little seasonings at a time. Once you get the tomato sauce in and the chicken broth in, whatever flavor you had at one point in time is going to be, of course, changed because of the blandness of both of those. And we use the tomato sauce with the juice. So, okay, so we're going to keep stirring this, and then I'm going to show you how to plate it. All right, so we have some of our turkey soup in the bowl, and all we're going to do is put a dollop of sour cream. One second, take them out. A little bit more sour cream right in the middle. I'm going to put some shredded cheese all over. We're going to put some scallion. And the recipe calls for some tortilla chips, but I have some wontons left, so I'm going to put a couple wontons throughout the dish here. And there you have it, our turkey taco soup. Bon appetit. Okay, you guys. That sums it up for us. Turkey taco soup, leftover turkey from Thanksgiving or anytime that you make turkey. Appreciate y'all tuning in and watching my videos. Just want to make sure I end on this last note. Anything that you guys do, always do it with love.